I assembled the light and the cowl mount brackets together. So nothing's really tight right now. I just got everything put together. That's both of them. I was able to finish the harness and cut off the old ends and splice in the new ones for the Amazon lights, so that should be good to go. So for the install, first thing you're going to want to do is pop the hood, come around and open that up. And looking into it, at first I thought they were going to mount right here at the hinges, but it looks like they mount down there. So first thing I'm going to do is remove the cowl. That should give me easier access to that. So we'll go ahead and get that started. Per the instructions you find on FireWire LED.com for the mounting, one of the first steps you have to do is remove the windshield wipers. I remove that one. I'm going to be working on removing this one. And to remove them, all you have to do is locate this little clip right here, and you pull that out. That's all you gotta do is pull that out. Let's see, this might make it a little easier. Pull that out, and then you wiggle it up, and it should come off. Yep, that's fairly easy. So once again, you're just gonna locate this little clip right here and pull that out, and that frees it up. So now that we got both windshield wipers off, we're gonna go and remove all the mounting bolts. Some Phillip head screws in between here. I already did this side, so it's 5 Phillips head bolts on the passenger side cowl. With the hood open, the next step you're going to do is you're going to disconnect this harness from the cowl pieces, and all it has is these little Christmas tree I guess retainers. You just pull those off. Do that with a screwdriver. We disconnect the harness from the cowl. We're going to just disconnect this piece from the cowls because it ties them both together, and that should free them up. Might have to do the driver's side first because the passenger side tucks underneath it. The driver's side. Let's see what's going on. This one does not want to come off for some reason. Oh, there we go. Now that that's loose, you just snake it up and over the windshield wiper. So we got one side off. And now we could do the other. Oh, forgot this step. You gotta disconnect the windshield wiper fluid hose. That's the passenger side. You just pop that hose off. And that same hose ties together both cowl pieces. So now that that's off, we have access to the hood mounting bolts. You got one there and one back here. So we're gonna go ahead and get both those bolts off. I was able to get both 10 mils out for the hood hinge mount. This side was a little bit tricky. Had to use an extension with the swivel. Both 10 mil bolts. We got those off. I'm using this as a support, just as a safety so the hood doesn't fall. And now we're gonna get this side. So according to the instructions from FireWire LED, the open sides face in towards the engine, we should be able to snake this in sideways. That's gonna be fun to mount in there. All right, let me get this mounted and then I'll get back to you guys. So I was having a hard time getting this mounted. I was trying to mount it on top of the hinge, but going through the instructions, it says you gotta mount it in between the hinge and the fender. And the only way to get that done is if you mount the bracket underneath the hinge. And to do that, all I did was I got this side disconnected, the other side still bolted together. I was able to lift it and slide the hinge underneath it. Oh, sorry, I was able to lift the hinge, lift the hood and the hinge, and slide the bracket underneath it. So next step, you're gonna go and just line everything up and then get it bolted back down. So that's what the bracket's gonna look like. It's nice and low. Should fit pretty cool. Not sure if it's gonna interfere with the plastics, but we'll try that next. So what we're gonna do is lift this side of the hood. Then you can get the bracket and slide it underneath. And you're gonna wedge it in between the hinge and the fender. So we got that going right there. Got that mounted right there. Next thing we're gonna do is dropping the mounting hardware and try to get it to line up. I got to get on there a couple threads. Oops, sorry. It's kind of difficult with one person only. Finally got both brackets mounted. They do wiggle a little bit, but they're nice and secure. Not sure how I feel about that wiggle. I'll have to keep an eye on it while I drive. I got both sides mounted. They go underneath the hinge and in between the hinge and the fender per instruction. So I got that side mounted. And I got this side mounted.